Hey everybody, today we are down in the basement working on a new project. Our basement is a bit of a hodgepodge, sort of miscellaneous space, bit of a catch-all. Half of the basement is partially finished, the other half is completely unfinished, and ideally this winter we are hoping to refinish the entire basement, maybe put in a bathroom, which would be fantastic, and add some great value to the home. Today's project, we are working on building myself a new desk that we can put down here, and it'll be sort of my little art studio. Thomas was able to pop to IKEA and grab this tabletop. It's like a dark gray color and then has like a faux wood finish around the edges. I'll drop a link to this. It was 40 bucks, so it's great for just, building yourself a little office space if you want. And then the idea is we're going to attach these hairpin legs to the tabletop and get that set up today, hopefully. Thomas has just popped out to the garage to grab his tool bag, and then we're going to get started. Thrilled with how this desk turned out, and putting it together was so quick and easy. The legs are from Amazon, and the tabletop, like I said, is from IKEA, and they were a match made in heaven going together. No issues whatsoever, so that's awesome. This is such a great size space for my arts and crafts projects and painting. What's great is that it's tucked away. I don't have to worry about cleaning up afterwards. If there's a bit of a mess, I can leave things out to dry. That is perfect. Next, I'm going to be working on slowly setting things up and eventually add some storage down below, maybe some shelving or drawers where I can tuck things away and access them quite easily. But I also wanted to show you a few of the projects that I'm working on right now. So let's take a look. Thomas knows how much I love painting, and I really love these paint by numbers. It's just the really soothing, relaxing painting project. You can just sit down and slowly pick away at it. And like I said, since this table is tucked away, I can leave it out and just come back to it whenever I have a bit of time to work away on it. This paint by numbers in particular is this gorgeous sun-filled library with all these windows. It looks like such a cozy spot that I would love to snuggle up and read a book. But that is the one that I'm currently working on. As you can see, I haven't got too far, but now that I have this dedicated space where I can leave it out and just come and work on it whenever I have a bit of time, I think I'm gonna be progressing a lot more with it. Next, I wanted to share with you one of my passion projects, and that is creating handmade cards. I love making them for
birthdays. These ones here are for fall or Thanksgiving. And I've just created these by finding fresh fallen leaves from outside, and then you dip them in paint and sort of press them like a stamp onto these canvas cards. And they just turn out so beautiful. You can kind of mix and match your paints and add the golds and add some shimmer and sparkle to make them a little extra special. I loved making these festive wreath cards for to hand out at Thanksgiving. Last year I used my Cricut to do a cursive Happy Thanksgiving at the bottom. I mailed all those ones out, so I just have this handwritten one left, and then a couple of these cute pumpkins that I had made. But this is something that I really love to do, and it's so easy and fun, and I find it really therapeutic. And I had this stamp made. It says noted, designs by Caitlin. And then I can just take the card and stamp the back. Just makes a really cute personal touch to the card. And then what I'll do sometimes is I've got these wax seals, and just to make it, a little extra special, I'll choose one of the wax seals and then seal the envelope before I mail it. Not many people do that anymore, but I think that's what makes it so very special to receive that in the mail.
These are the ones I have for fall. I also love creating them for Christmas. I'll give you a little sneak peek. You can just get creative with using different paints. I use acrylics and watercolors mostly. Here's just a couple fun examples of ones that I'll hopefully be able to mail out or hand deliver. This year for Christmas, I love the Christmas ones in particular. I find them so fun, so festive, and you can just incorporate a lot of sparkles and glitter, which I love, and even make them 3D by gluing on a little ribbon that you might have. It's perfect. I just love it so much. If that's something you enjoy, you can find a lot of really great inspirational ideas on Pinterest. I have a whole board associated with ideas. And speaking of fall and Thanksgiving, since we live in Canada, we are celebrating Thanksgiving this weekend. We have an extra long Thanksgiving weekend, and Thomas and I are hosting Thanksgiving at our house this year. It's something we've been doing for the past couple years. We have a smaller home, so it's a bit tight and cozy, but we make it work and just kind of adjust to the space. The food is always so delicious. I can't wait to show you the turkey that we do. It's sort of Gordon Ramsay style. If you love turkey and you love bacon, you're going to be a fan of this one. But it's going to be a really busy week for us because, as most people do, we work all day, and then in the evenings we're going to be preparing as much as physically possible for this weekend's big Thanksgiving feast. If you've seen any of my videos before, you know I like to prepare as much as physically possible ahead of time, so it's not so much on the day of. So that preparation is going to start this evening, and we're going to be doing it for the next couple of nights to ensure we are all set. If you are living in Canada or celebrating Thanksgiving this weekend, a very happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Wishing you a safe and happy long weekend. And if perhaps you're celebrating in November for Thanksgiving, I wish you an early happy Thanksgiving.
My goodness, we have gone from shorts and t-shirts to sweaters and pants in this vlog. The temperatures are dropping as we are approaching the Thanksgiving long weekend. We had our first frost advisory last night. The leaves are falling like crazy, and the trees are looking rather bare. On the hunt for the perfect flowers for our table. Let's see what they have.
It's 2 days before our big Thanksgiving feast, and I'm starting by prepping the things that are going to taste better the earlier I prepare them, starting with the stuffing. It's the only time of year that we have Wonder Bread, but when it comes to stuffing, for us, less is more. Delicious Wonder Bread, sage, onions, salt, pepper, a little melted butter. You just massage that all together and let that sit in the fridge for about 2 days, and I'm telling you, it's incredible. And of course, I'm making extra stuffing this year because who doesn't love leftovers? Stuffing is done. I'm gonna pop this in the fridge and then move on to my delicious pumpkin cheesecake squares. While I'm getting on with the pumpkin cheesecake squares, Thomas has volunteered to help me do some chopping. He's going to prep the butternut squash and the potatoes. We are doing fantastic for day one of prepping. Thomas has got our potatoes all chopped, and those are for mashed potatoes. We'll get those going tomorrow. And he's chopped an entire butternut squash. The idea behind this is going to be a butternut squash with fresh cranberries, feta, and some parsley, and then you add a little honey and cinnamon on top. I will drop as many of the recipes as possible below. Another item prepped and checked off the to-do list. The pumpkin cheesecake squares are looking fantastic. It's day 2 of preparing for our big Thanksgiving feast this weekend. I've got the water starting to boil for our mashed potatoes, and while that's doing its thing, I'm going to create a beautiful floral arrangement for our table.